as you continue your path of growth in the Force, the time will come when you will need to construct your own lightsaber. That time has not yet arrived, but before it does, you must begin to train yourself. There are many forms of lightsaber combat, and contained within this holocron are lessons on the main 7 used by the Jedi and Sith. You must begin to learn these forms, to practice their movements and make them as much a part of you as blinking your eyes. We will start with the most basic form, Form 1. Accessing file, Shii Cho. Processing. Shii Cho is the determination form, also known as the Way of the Sarlacc. The first form to be developed as metal swords gave way to lightsabers, Shii Cho is simple, and its simplicity is its strength. This form established the basic strike and defense zones for a lightsaber, and even those who move on to other forms almost always incorporate bits of Shii Cho as a foundation. The first form relies heavily upon random, unpredictable strikes, though Shii Cho is based around disarming rather than landing a lethal blow. It establishes the strike zones used by all other forms: the head, sides, legs, front, and back. Form 1 is built of the basics, but in the hands of a master, Shii Cho becomes a fluid and constant string of blows. Your strikes while using this form should be tight, with your elbows kept into your side, but sweeping and strong, generating your power from your legs. The wide nature of attacks makes Shii Cho ideal for engaging multiple opponents. Practitioners of the form will use a two-handed grip as the basis of their movements. They will hold the blade in a middle guard, pointing forward from their body towards their opponent, or across the body, parallel with the floor. Shii Cho is deliberate and methodical. It calls for the user to continually advance on their opponents, cutting off their range of movement. Movement within Shii Cho takes place along straight lines, both forward and side to side. One should step with the dominant foot first when forward or back, and the outside foot first when moving side to side. For example, if left, step with the left foot first. Never cross your legs. To cross your legs is to fall, and to fall in combat is to die. Remember this. There are many who would claim that Shii Cho is not as effective at combating opponents with lightsabers, and it is true that some of the other forms are more specialized in that regard. But in reality, Shii Cho simply requires patience and long hours of practice. One must dedicate far more time to training to become a true master of the style. But if you should decide to pursue this form to its deepest level, it will never fail you. Shii Cho is also good for engaging blaster-wielding enemies. The wide, sweeping strikes help to bat bolts back at their target, and the movement through the strike zones allows for quick reaction to incoming fire. Even practitioners who rely on another form will fall back to Shii Cho when engaged by multiple enemies wielding blasters. Some of the most renowned swordsmen in history were practitioners of Shii Cho, and these individuals have more than proven the form's strengths. Notable users of this form include Lucien Dray, Kit Fisto, Kurlaka, and the famous Luke Skywalker himself. These beings showed that the simplest form could oftentimes be the most effective, and indeed, Luke Skywalker would go on to become possibly the most renowned swordsman to ever live. Do not neglect the Way of the Sarlacc. This form will be the one from which all others flow. Even if you do not commit to Shii Cho, it is vital in order for you to learn the basics. Even the most accomplished Jedi Masters and the most powerful Sith Lords started their training with Shii Cho. It can save your life, and, if truly explored to the fullest limit of its potential, it can make you into a swordsman to be feared. If you hook this holocron into your ship's main computer, I can download the holovids necessary to take you through your first Velocities. Velocities are mock attack and defense sequences that will teach you how to handle a blade. They may be done alone or with a partner. Do not use a lightsaber. You have not earned such a prestigious weapon, and until you have mastered this form, you will not earn one. Find something else to train with. Fail in this, and I will know. Return to me when you have mastered the first Velocities. Only when you have come to know Shii Cho will I unlock the next form. Go now, and may the Force break your chains.